Hey everyone, Dimitri here. I just felt like making a video on the definition of masculinity around primality. So there's a lot of talk around primality or masculinity around me, and it's a topic that I feel profoundly disconnected to. I am a man, but it's very hard for me to define masculinity, or it has been very hard for the past, for my whole life. It's really not a topic that has interested me in the past. But this has changed when I projected into my ideal body self, and that ideal body self was very primal. It was like a Tarzan image, and a lot happened. Quick story: I was reprocessing one of the traumas I had, or I was just doing a journey with myself and another coach, and I had this picture of my ego, the inner child inside me, being all messy and exuberant, passing my life purpose to this primal part of me. And the day I did that, healed my addiction to sugar. And this was not the intention at all. It just happened. And since that day where I just had that imagery really profoundly, I never had a single craving for sugar. So this is the power of the unconscious mind and healing demonstrated here. But that tells me that this notion of primality is important for me, and yet it's not obvious. And so for me, masculinity, being masculine, it comes to being primal. And what does being primal mean? I think it's very much the opposite of being alpha. You know, we hear a lot about the alpha male, this and that. And for me, the image of alpha male resonates with violence, with hierarchy, with defending some sort of honor or order. And it's not that at all. For me, being primal is about being a savage and having like this innocence of the savage and being in that ultimate state of welcoming. That state of welcoming. If you imagine a savage in nature, it doesn't make sense to say savage, but whatever imagery comes to mind when we say that, you're someone who's going to be primed to listen to your feelings and listen to the stimuli that are around you and take to heart whatever comes to you, because it's part of your environment. You're integrating with that environment. And so I try to do that. I try to remove any preconceived idea I have about things, and I try to welcome what comes to heart, and I let things bounce into me, into my heart, and then I express again what I have to say. And I feel this is and it also feels real civilized in many ways, but I feel this is as primal as it can get, is integrating something and saying it out loud from the heart. I like that. I like that version of masculinity. It is welcoming, it is appeasing, it is an invitation. It is an invitation, and it also invites for the respect of boundaries. If my boundaries are being intruded, I'll be feeling that feeling, and then there'll be a reaction that I'll try to not filter out and let it come out naturally. And I think it's very healthy to do that. So rather than processing everything with the mind every time, this is something we process with the heart. And I feel the primal man processes things with the heart and the body, not so much with the mind. And there's so much emphasis on the mind in our society, civilization, that it's refreshing. It's very refreshing to just focus on the heart and allow things to come out. So what is it for you? Masculinity for me is primality. Primality for me is a unconditional sense of welcoming. What is it for you? That definition of masculinity, that definition of primality, what is it for you? And do you feel that it's possible to only live in the heart, not so much in the mind? Or is it beneficial to live in the heart rather than in the mind? Just felt like sharing that, and your opinions, I'm interested to hear them and to debate. Thank you. Or to share rather than debating.